Call to order the Hamilton County Council meeting for Wednesday, December 1st. Madam Auditor, may I have a roll call, please?
Brad Beaver.
Here.
Fred Glenn.
Present.
Steve Schwartz.
Present.
Amy Masalamani.
Present.
Ken Alexander.
Present.
Sue Mackey. Present. Steve Nation.
Present.
Madam President, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Now I will ask for the invocation and pledge of allegiance led by Council Nation.
Please stand and bow your heads. O Almighty Father, we would pray that you would bless and protect us, lead and direct us as we serve the people of Hamilton County. We ask this in your holy name. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to reading and approval of the minutes. Approval for the work session 11:3 and our regular meeting for 11:3.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Any public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to committee and officer reports. Just a reminder, December 30th, as president, I'm letting you know this. I'm really excited that I got to serve you guys this year. I won't have to be around much longer. I can move on and pass the torch to someone else. Thank you for the opportunity, but we do have one last meeting on December 30th, virtual or 9 a.m. in person. Do not forget. If you have questions, you can call me. If there's additional items, we can add them. We just need to know ASAP. I do not have anything further.
I have
Mr. Vice.
nothing. Thank you.
Highway.
We met earlier yesterday.
Highway.
Myself, Sue Mackey, Ken Alexander. Ken or Sue, did you want to give the update on the highway? I think Ken had it for today.
Sure. Well, we received updated information about the items that have been submitted to for grants, and that's always eye-opening. We have right now a number that are into the MPO, which is the Metropolitan Planning Organization, for pending grants. They anticipate those, as well as the two new ones that went in November. That went in for federal funds, that those ones should get responded to in the first quarter of next year. So we should have some understanding of which of those would be items that we'd need to be planning for as either one, part of a budget, or two, part of an update to our fiscal plan. So outside of that, it was a very, we'll address other items in the meeting.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you. Finance.
No meeting.
Personnel.
We did not meet, although we do have some personnel issues further down our agenda tonight.
Anything on miscellaneous? Quiet group tonight. Moving on to unfinished, seeing none. No table business. We'll move on to new business, approval of vendor claims. Is there a motion?
Second.
Nope, I need a motion, sorry.
So moved.
Brad will second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This time we'll open the public hearing concerning additional appropriations. Item A, Fund 1000 County General, requesting $686,220. Item 1 is the Auditor 2022-144 Amendment and Job Description Changes. That includes title changes only for those listed. And this is with regards to removing the word deputy, if I'm not mistaken. Is there a motion?
so moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 2, the county commissioners have 3 requests totaling $595,720. The first item, apologize, getting through my paperwork. I know the 3 that we have, one is regarding $36,000, as discussed in our joint session, for the consulting firm to assist the commissioners in the impact of COVID-related finances to Riverview Hospital. Is there a motion for approval for $36,000?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, we put a caveat in there, if they recover money, we're to get our $36,000 back.
Yes, can we just
wanted
make
to
sure
go
that's
on the record
noted?
that was part
So
of it.
noted.
Got it.
Yeah.
Any other discussion or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next one is a contractual amount in the amount of $250,000. This is to obtain an architect for producing a detailed assessment of the 4-H master plan, also discussed to some degree in our last joint session. Is there a motion to do so?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, wouldn't there be money in the commissioner's budget for contractual services?
Is there any left in there?
Is there any money left in the commissioner's budget surrounding, we're gonna have Dan answer that question.
It's a very simple answer, no, there's no money left in the 3001 series of the 2021 budget that would cover this cost.
Do you remember what that dollar amount was when we started the year?
In 3001, $1,753,027.
Okay.
This is for some needed.
Oh, yeah,
the
I see these two.
Fairgrounds need a lot of.
$500,000 between the two.
So I just want to, just from, as I understand, this master planning is part of the programming of the space. As we look at projects and things like that, it's going out there and getting a full detailed understanding of what we want to design, phasing it and planning for it so that we can then create budgets to support the projects that we want to move forward with.
That's correct. And then if there's any necessary components that need to be addressed now, that we
Right,
can,
there's
it
some
gives them the
maintenance.
leeway to do so prior to, you know, the next year, knowing that additionals could not be
Yeah, the
requested.
whole 250 isn't for consulting, it's about 100 will be for consulting, the rest will be for any kind of facility upgrades that are immediately needed, or maintenance that is immediately needed.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Third item under commissioners is funding requested for design and construction management fees for judicial space remodeling required for the additional of the Superior Court 7 in the amount of $309,720. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I mean, just on this one, did we see, I mean, this has always been an issue obviously here, but we vote on 300,000 here. Did we see any details of this, Steve, before this?
It was I discussed it with Dan and with Steve Wood about what was being talked about. I did not see any action.
Was it, I guess the question I'd ask to maybe to help frame that, like, how are these services procured? Were negotiated, or was it an RFP that was sent out?
We sent out an RFQ.
RFQ.
Request for qualifications. 4 firms responded. Director Wood and myself reviewed those responses and made a recommendation to the county commissioners to go with the firm, Structure Point, that initially did all of the study of this building in preparation for the expansion.
Yep.
That was considered a couple of years ago.
Yep.
They have all the drawings, have done all the measurements, have analyzed all the infrastructure. Made sense within the time frame that we have to get this project done, next 12 months, to go with that firm. They provided this quote. This is based on an hourly rate. This is a not to exceed number. So based on the number of hours they put in on the specific parts of the project will determine how much they are compensated.
Do you ever apply for any type of state funding on this, considering it's technically a state position? I mean, just a thought, you know, that comes, because we provide health care to judges that are state employees right now. You know, I don't know if I should even say that, bring that up, but then this is technically, these judicial appointments are state positions. I mean, so wouldn't we, if we're doing that type of remodeling, Steve, would we say that we could apply for something from the state to help offset some of the costs? I'm not even saying all of the costs, I'm just saying some of the costs.
I believe the county is responsible for providing the infrastructure within which the courts work. Part of what's going to take place will be the remodeling of spaces to accommodate the new court that's coming in, adjusting where.
Oh, I get it, I'm just
departments are
wondering if
located
that
now.
is something that's,
We
you know.
can look at that, but typically we're responsible as the county to house them and operate their operations. I mean, that's the way it's always been. I mean,
Okay.
it's a stickler. I will say that there's a lot of moving parts to this. There's a lot of departments that are gonna have to move and be readjusted to make this work.
I can also just say that the General Assembly will not even approve a new judge unless the county affirms that they have the finances and they will pay for all the benefits, infrastructure required. I know because I experienced it.
So you probably at some point in the past already told them that you'd have it, else they wouldn't give it to you.
Right, yeah, you probably
I
did.
think
It's
all
probably
of had,
criticism.
had you approved resolution.
Well, the benefits is not part of that. That's a different thing.
Okay, for infrastructure, the structure at least,
The
and the support
salary and
staff.
the
and all that,
benefits
yeah.
of the judge are state funded.
Supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, but everything else is county.
Yeah.
As a slippery slope to try and subdivide all these things, I mean, what would you do? Break up their operational costs, HVAC, electricity, I think that's we gotta move forward with it. I think it's the right thing. Structure Point would be the right firm, because they have the information already in hand.
Steve, just a quick question for Steve Nation. Do we still give the judges a stipend as well? Okay. Just making sure.
Is that something we just do, or is that something that's mandated?
Oh, no, it's, I think it's still 5,000.
Yes, that's the amount.
It's an additional amount. All other cost of the judge's salary is covered through state.
Yeah, that was the, kind of the, okay.
Is there any other comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 3, the coroner has 2 transfers. One is $4,500 in the amount of $1,500 for, it's like transfer of funds necessary to provide completion of furnishings for new office. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Again, coroner, this is, the amount is $5,905 needed to cover accrual payout for a retiree. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Move on to buildings and grounds transfer in the amount of $92,000. This is related to year-end needs. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. It's just the year-end. Did you have a question? I apologize. I can go back.
Steve, could you just tell me what is included in year-end needs that were just approved?
So it's outsourced repairs and maintenance was 50,000, professional services was 42,000. The end of the year for us is kind of difficult right now. We had some pump go out, which that's 20 grand. So it's gonna, got ordered the works, we'll have to encumber the money, so I transfer it within without asking for additional money from council. I'm moving the money within my budget.
But and I asked this of the highway department in yesterday's meeting, when you say operating supplies, I wasn't sure if any of this is because of the spike in supply chain issues.
I'm
and costs are going
having,
up.
yeah, so we're having serious issues, right? But we're managing it. I think we're good right now, but we do have parts that are 6 months lead time. Those are what are causing us problems. Certain equipment we can't get. I know HVAC, Brad's, and there's certain things that are issues. Bigger equipment we're having more problems with. We're starting to see some stuff with the electrical side of it as well. We have warehoused quite a few items over the last year because of some of this coming on, so we've been very fortunate in that, and some of the parts we haven't had to get because we haven't. But now we're trying to replace them, and you get 6 months lead time on stuff, it gets to be an issue.
No, I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that supply chain is starting to really hit.
It's yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Apologies, Ken. Next on the agenda, ISS transfer in the amount of $375. This is from preparation to transfer funds to the non-reverting computer maintenance fund. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda, emergency management. First is a 2022-144 amendment.
So moved.
A second.
Second.
Is there discussion?
He's up there, we might as
Yeah,
well.
I got a question for him, but it doesn't apply to this.
Okay. Did you want to give
These are related still to the COVID-19 response that we have, so these are employees that are working at the fairgrounds in support of the health department. And then additionally, FEMA continues to extend the deadline for 100% reimbursement, and they've done that through April, so we are asking to extend those 144s through April. And again, making sure that the conditional offers of employment end with the full-time employment at the end of April.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Did you want to ask before I
Yeah.
move on to transfer?
Yeah, Shane, the windshield or the email you send out that shows us the hospitals and how many people are in there with COVID and whatnot. I appreciate that. I like looking at it, I like to see what's going on and what the hospital situation is. Will they supply you with the information as to, what I wanna say, unvaccinated or breakthrough situations?
We do get some information on the breakthroughs, but not on a breakdown of all of the patients. But the ones that we do, we can certainly add that to the
You know,
list.
it's always, I'd like to see it, see how many people's in how many people are actually dying in Hamilton County out of COVID, who's in the hospital. All that, I really enjoy that, or I shouldn't say I enjoy it, I like to have that information available to me. So anything else that you can get, like, are we moving into a situation where people who are vaccinated are getting COVID? What is actually happening in Hamilton County?
Okay,
Okay,
yep, we can make sure we get that.
thank you.
And one last
And the-
comment, happy birthday, Shane.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
I'm not singing.
I just want to share with you the kindness that is Steve Wood. He bought my breakfast this morning.
Oh, he is such a good guy.
breakfast
I'm glad I could say that on public.
Where did he buy it, though?
It was at Erica's place.
Nice.
So it wasn't just a McMuffin or anything?
No, I mean, it was an actual breakfast,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Way to go, Steve.
Very honorable. You do have a heart.
Next item on the agenda is a transfer also from EMA. This is regarding,
Did we vote on
What?
yes, we voted on that before. I let him ask his question. This is in regards to transfers to pay the vendor invoices out of the correct budget line items in the amount of $9,570.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Happy birthday. Planning additional in the amount of $90,500. My understanding is this should have been done in the past, but it's here now. So, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? It's just revising the zoning and subdivision. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 8, prosecutor 2021 and 2022 144 amendments. Is there a motion to approve item 8?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 9, prosecutor 4D 2021 and 2022 144 amendments. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 10, 2 items for the sheriff. One is a 2022 144 amendment. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item B, under the sheriff, a transfer in the amount of $50,000. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 11, probation 2022 144 amendment. It's a new hire request and it came in, adjust basically to the correct level. Is there a motion?
So, second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item B, Fund 1053, HCSWMD requesting $30,000. The additional is $30,000. Is there a motion to approve for discussion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same fund with a transfer in the amount of $5,000. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Fund 1138, cumulative cap development, buildings and grounds transfers in the amount of $22,000. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I got on this, it says there was an additional here, but it's got nobody's name down at the bottom. There's nothing else on it, just out of curiosity.
Wait, which one are you referring to? On 1138?
1138 Q cap,
It's Steve Wood.
there's nothing else on
It's transferring from the internal, so they're moving. It's
Okay.
not an additional, it's just a transfer. Is there any questions regarding? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
there.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 2, highway bridge transfer in the amount of $65,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item D, Fund 1140, cumulative courthouse transfer in the amount of $77,000. Is there a
So
motion?
moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
True.
Motion carries. Item E,
Alright.
Fund 1148, drug-free community requesting $15,237.31. Is there a motion to approve for discussion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Item F, council on alcohol and drug transfer in the amount of $15,000. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
A lot of transfers.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item G, Fund 1169, local road and street transfer in the amount of $61,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item H, 1176 motor vehicle, I believe it's motor vehicle highway, requesting $43,855. Item 1, the additional $43,855 is a reappropriation. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Is there
So
discussion?
it says, he's got encumbered money, they wanna roll it back, right? I mean,
They have
It's,
to
the reason
reappropriate.
for this is the POs are running out, and they have to do this, or the POs go away, and then we'd have to go and redo it all again next year. So by doing this allows for us to encumber those funds and get it done.
Some of the,
Go ahead.
some of these POs carry for not just 1 year, but several years. There's actually, one that's out there that was, 12 years old.
You know, we have to keep doing it because it only goes 2 years at a time, so we have to keep.
Statutorily, it's only 2 years that you can run the PO.
you highway committee people.
They know.
I learned that yesterday.
Yesterday.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Highway special also looking for a transfer in the amount of $80,000. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'll just say, like, again, as we were talking to Steve, the cost of materials, supplies, things like that, this is a paving contract. Not that we're doing any more, the costs are coming in more because oil is spiking. The roller that we were looking at there before was a huge, they were looking at it, went up by $100,000. So we're actually doing a different products. So they're doing what they can with the budgets that they have to allow these operational needs. But that's, I just want to let everyone know, this is the kind of stuff that's going to start happening because until we get our supply chain in check in this country.
Any other comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item I, Fund 1216 Auditor Ineligible Homestead Transfer in the amount of $13,101.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Item J, Fund 1219 Park and Recreation Transfer in the amount of $95,000. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Fund 2500 2504 user fee fund alcohol and drug transfer of 10 cents.
I got it.
I don't know.
Well,
Make a
hold
motion.
on.
We're gonna have to dig in.
May I
Motion.
please have a motion?
Motion.
I will make the motion to approve.
I'll
And
second.
is there discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
I'm voting no on this.
Oh, get out of here. Fund 4603, lease rental transfer in the amount of $1,574,243.25. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item M, Fund 4815, 2021 GEO refunding proceeds appropriation of $12,204,945. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk anymore. $12,204,945.25.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item N, Fund 8138 Mental Health Grant requesting $60,000.
So moved.
Steve, that's your gig
I
over
need a
there, isn't
second,
it?
please.
No.
You're not even paying
Is there a
attention.
second?
I'll second.
Is there discussion? So this is around the new court grant for mental health court, right, if I'm not mistaken, so it's just appropriating the money that comes back in grant? Is that correct? Any other questions around that?
No.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Fund 8272, DUI Task Force Grant requesting appropriation of $39,600. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
So this one is an additional appropriation, right?
This didn't have anything to do with seatbelts, does it?
No, it's
Sheriff?
coming. It's actually, it's coming.
Okay.
But this is an additional appropriation, right?
It's the grant, it's a grant that's gonna be
It's
used to
grant.
reimburse Hamilton County for the executive administrative time spent.
So this is where we can hammer down, so I mean, this would still help to, you know, have somebody's name at the bottom of stuff like this, even though it's a small dollar amount. So,
Okay.
I think he's talking about the rules.
yeah,
But
No,
it's a
I know, but
reimbursement.
it's a reimbursement, this is a grant.
yeah, I know, but there's still plenty of,
Okay, we can talk about that, definitely. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Fund 8273,
and here we go.
and this is your click it or ticket.
What is it?
Look at a ticket, right?
We are requesting appropriation of $175,670. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any
Is
discussion?
this seatbelts?
You want to answer that? I'm not sure if it's split up or if it's all
Please.
seatbelt.
It's all
It's all
seatbelts.
seatbelt.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if there's a dollar amount split, but there's seatbelts definitely included. I think there's aggressive driving and some other violations
But your,
included.
but the
I'm not the
grant,
expert.
the grant itself is to pay officers for their time enforcing seatbelt laws, right? I mean, that's what it says here.
And other laws, yes,
Hamilton
seatbelts
County.
included, but there are other portions that
The
are
grant would be used to
encouraged as well.
reimburse.
it's reporting.
So, yes, seatbelts is one aspect of the law that can be enforced under that grant. There are many, I don't think that we generally have too many enforcement patrols that are just click it or ticket. And maybe you can.
So this is countywide, involves all law enforcement agencies, and I hate to answer that. I think Monica's probably in a better position to answer that.
Thanks.
So they have expanded, way back when, years ago, it was click it to live it.
Click it or ticket?
Click it or ticket, now it's click it to live it.
Oh.
I did not know what the LI stood
Yes,
for.
click it to live it now.
Okay.
But we do have different blitz activities that's also within that. One of the biggest ones that you've probably read in the newspaper, we are really focusing on school bus stop arm violations. So that has been a huge effort, and that does come out of this funding as well. But it's seatbelts, the other, obviously there's a seatbelt blitz, but the stop arm violation is a blitz. 50% of the funds have to go towards those blitz enforcements, and those are identified by CJI as to what the enforcement needs to focus on.
Any other questions, comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm opposed.
It's click it to live it.
Yeah, I ain't living it. I ain't feeling it. It's a waste of our law enforcement officers'
I think the
time.
stops of the buses is
The
really.
bus one's fine, but they glommed it in with the click it and ticket.
Click it to live it.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you for educating us on that. That makes it even better for Brad. Fund 9112, Westfield QRT program transfer in the amount of $864.09. Is there a motion?
What is QRT?
So moved. We got a second for
Second.
discussion? All right.
Could you give us the QRT acronym name as well, please?
Yes, these are two grants that are quick response team grants.
Thank you.
So those are the law enforcement, fire, and peer recovery specialists that go to people's homes that have survived an overdose.
What? What did you just say?
So we have a community overdose prevention
Oh, it's
efforts.
part of the overdose
It's-
thing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other comments or questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Fund 9117 Carmel QRT program transfer in the amount of $2,000.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Fund 9169 Native Vegetation Grant Fund requesting $3,000.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. At this time, I will close the public hearing and we will move on to announcements.
You applied for TCF?
Sheriff.
You applied for 10 and
I don't have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there
Council Attorney,
nothing for the group?
Madam Auditor,
Have nothing.
at this time, we will adjourn.